and welcome back to Raxacorica. I'm Steve and I'm here to talk all things Doctor Who. This week we've got some good news and some bad news. We'll start with the bad news and get it out of the way. Very sadly this week we said goodbye to Who actor Simon Fisher-Becker, better known as Dorian Maldavar from the Matt Smith era. It's always a great shame to see the passing of a member of the Whoniverse, and of course our thoughts are with his family and friends at this time. Very sad news. In other sad news, I'm very sad to say, and I know this is going to hurt a lot of you, there's no Dalek build this week. I know, I'm sorry in advance, I really am. Unfortunately, they just didn't arrive in time for me to get one done, I'm afraid. That's just what happens when I film two in one go. Just, what can we do? The good news is that we've got lots more to keep us going from next week onwards. So don't worry, I will be back with more Dalek build next week. The other bit of good news is Character Options, the maker of the figures behind me here, have surprise released a new figure. Online exclusive. It came out of nowhere. It's a new John Pertwee figure, a Vortex edition to go alongside the Shooty figure, which is apparently part of the Vortex collection. He comes with some extras. He comes with a brand new head mould. He also comes with a brand new sonic screwdriver replica, a bit like the ones down here. Very much looking forward to getting hold of one of those, and of course I will show you when I do. The other bit of good news is that gives us a bit more time to see the final chapter of my interview with actor Deano Whatton, star of television shows such as Little Britain, Game of Thrones and Call the Midwife. It was a great pleasure to have Dean here. This is the final section of the interview that I had with him, the final section of unboxing, or tearing apart, as may be the case. But it was a great pleasure to have him. I really hope you enjoy. Again, sorry about the lack of Dalek build. We will get back to that, I promise you, don't worry. In the meantime, do enjoy the interview with Deano Whatton, and I'll see you at the end. Welcome back. I'm here with Deano Whatton, and we're here to unbox two more of your crazy midnight purchases.
Can I just say, in these final two, one I'm happy to see, one I cannot wait to see.
Yeah.
Because
you've been very eager to
I've been
see
very
this
eager.
One. Very eager.
That's why I kind of want to make it the last one.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure which of those two it is.
Well, this is it. I kind of don't want to. I don't want to spoil it. Like I want to leave the best till last. So I'm gonna let you.
Yeah. Oh, you're putting the pressure on me instead.
Just have a little butchers.
Oh, you want me to preview it?
Yeah, just check if it's the one.
Okay. Because I know which one it is you've been the
waiting
most
for,
eager to see.
Is that the
it's
one?
the other one you want last.
All right. So
this one's alright.
That's the one.
This one's alright.
Right, let's do this.
Right. I know what it is now. There's no surprise for me now.
All right. You ready?
Go on then.
So, to continue my Dalek collection,
Yeah.
obviously, it's endless.
I mean,
I love this one.
the classic.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like this one.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely kind of get around to it eventually.
Yeah.
But
And
then
you-
I'll have to buy another one to even it out.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, you'll have been following along with the Dalek build that I've been doing as well. That's going to be an interesting find, isn't it? In fact, I've got one up here. So just bear with me a second. Bear with me.
Right. Oh, here we go.
This beautiful model here. This was the only custom character options I've got in my collection. But this is basically what that Dalek, the half-size scale model, is going to do. It's going to open up, it's going to light up. It's really exciting.
You know when it's complete?
Yeah.
I think we should try something.
Yeah.
Can I fit in it?
It's going to be a squeeze even for you.
I can squeeze in a
I'm not,
matchbox, mate. if
I'm
I
not
wanted to.
convinced that Dalek is going to be bigger on the inside. I'll be honest with you. I know you're
I'm getting
not
there
the
somehow.
biggest of men, but even that's going to be a squeeze for you.
It's getting that, yeah.
Well, even the half-size model, I mean, the scale model. The scale model.
Right, let's do this.
So yeah, let's come.
Now this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
That's fixable.
Yes.
There we go.
Right, here we go. World War One,
2.
2, Dalek.
World War II Dalek.
Like, what
Victory
better
of the Daleks.
can you get than like a
Victory of the Daleks. Matt Smith.
the head rotates?
Yeah. It's a good one
and,
actually. I don't
it
have
really
that
is
one.
nice. Do you not?
I don't have that one in my collection
Ha
actually.
ha.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got his little survival packs. These are
Yeah.
for the soldiers actually, because they came
Yeah.
out for the soldiers. But I love this. I really been a
He's
fan
nice
of
and
this.
chunky, isn't he?
You know, it is nice and chunky.
Yeah.
Feels great. Looks great. I mean, look at the belt. I like the belt
Yeah.
going around and stuff like that.
Nice.
I do like the eye. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a nice little translucent thing. But this I've been a fan of because it's just a awesome Dalek. You know, like a
Seems slightly
British Marine Dalek. Well,
more, yeah. Seems slightly more
19
menacing because it's war related, probably.
yeah,
I think that's probably the key. isn't
Yeah.
it? And of course, it's flipped with the Dalek design being based on the enemy. Back in the day when they were first conceived, and then to flip that on his head and have a British Dalek is quite bizarre.
it's kind of I've always got
Makes
this
it more
feeling-
menacing.
Well, this is it. I
Yeah.
was about to say like
because you know something's wrong.
like you can't trust it.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you can't trust the Dalek.
You can't trust it, and yet even though it looks like it's almost turned to the good, but
Yeah.
you're like, you know, something's not right here. But wow, look at the green on it, man.
Yeah.
Like, imagine playing that with some GI Joes. It'd be
Nice.
great. Fantastic. I'm really happy with that.
Excellent.
I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thanks.
That was terrible, but anyway.
Uh,
But yeah, I love it.
Good stuff.
I
That's
love
another
it.
one for the collection then. That'll disturb the layout you've already got.
It will.
Nicely. A nice uneven number of Daleks.
It looks
to play
lovely.
with.
It looks lovely. Look at
Excellent.
that. Right, for the main.
On with the next
The
one. The,
main-
final one. The
the
main
main
man.
one.
This is
This-
the one you've been waiting for. Now this, I believe this isn't actually character options,
No.
but I mean I've never bought one of these, so I don't know the scale of it. But
If this comes miniature,
I don't think it's miniature. Look at the box. It can't be miniature. There's only one way to find out though. Should we dive in?
this is what I've been waiting for.
Should we dive in?
Because I've always wanted this since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And
No pressure then.
no, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it. So being an actor then, as you
Yeah.
are, any connections to the Hooniverse? Any strong connections to the Hooniverse?
Obviously, you know that I've always wanted to be within a part of the acting world of Doctor Who universe.
Yeah.
And wow, that is really big.
Don't get distracted.
And what was the question? That is really good.
Connections to the Hooniverse.
Right,
In
connection-
the acting
Look
world.
at the size of that. Yeah, I have always wanted to be in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like a final notch on my
Yeah.
career. And
You've been in some big stuff. You've been in some like big titles, haven't you?
yeah, I
Yeah.
have.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter,
You've been in
Right.
Star Wars.
Harry Potter, Star Wars, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is a big one. I remember watching that with you sat next to me. That was bizarre. Like, that's you on the telly. That was strange.
Do you know what I always find when I'm ever watching myself or get to watch myself and or share with friends is especially when if I'm a fan of something I'm in, I kind of have this slight diverse thing where that's me. But I want to keep watching it as a story, and it kind of, I kind of almost lose a little track where I look at it and I acknowledge it's me, but I forget it's me at the same time.
So you just see the character portraying on the screen at the time.
And also when I do it,
I guess that's a good thing.
The memories come back straight away.
Yeah.
Like, when we created it, but it was really cool to see myself, because I kind of cringe. It's like that old idea of like you hate your own telephone voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
totally.
I always cringe, and I always think I could have done that better, maybe.
Yeah.
But they seem to be happy.
Self-criticism.
But I mean, you have to. I personally think you have to be a little bit like that, because you can't allow things to the aura of things to get to you too much, because I think as an actor you will lose your dedication to it, because you become reliant on things like that. So I always thrive on the moment of when it happened, and like I say, when I'm watching it, I'm thinking, oh, I can remember seeing something else while that was happening, or doing this, or I can remember doing a different version, and they choose their take, etc.
So it's sort of detachment, but at the same time learning. From your experience.
It teaches me that that's really cool. That's really nice. I wish I did it a little bit better, but they're happy. They seem to be happy with it.
I imagine that's a common thing amongst artists
You
of
have
any
to
sort, of any media. So connections to the Hooniverse then.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's a dream to be in Doctor Who. It has been for many years, far back as I can remember. But my connections is that I've worked with so many companions.
Yeah. You've got a long list of
so many companions, so many people that made cameos within the Doctor Who universe.
Yeah.
And even when I'm with them, I'd ask questions and things, and they could they could tell me some great things, they could tell me some negative things, which is I'm still acceptive of that. It's great for the personal experience, and and I've also worked with some people just like, I'm in Doctor Who. I'm like, do you not understand the privilege you have? The honour you have. But
longest running
and
science
then
fiction television show.
And then sometimes they go, they don't pay well, and I'm like, well, F
all
the
relative.
money. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's all relative. That's
it's completely not the point.
Surely, for me, I mean, if I was in your shoes, once you're part of the Hooniverse, I mean, you've made it.
Do you know what I've always
But I would say that.
And I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. But I've always had this little moment where, if I was in a Doctor Who episode, friends can see, public can see, but what comes to my mind straight away as a reaction is my family and you.
Me.
Because I would love to be in a situation where I'm in a Doctor Who episode and hypothetically that Dean's in Doctor Who. Yeah, he's playing a guy in a plane with Jodie Whittaker and stuff, and he's like this insecure guy. Next minute, he's the master. He's the master. And I even imagine sometimes you and my family's and certain friends' reactions of like, what? No. Like, because if I had a position, don't get me wrong, just to be a part of it, even if my hand was just in it, I am sold. But to say, it's always been a dream to play the Doctor. I mean, I've made the TARDIS so disabledly useful, you know what I mean? But to be the Master would be grand, because I've always been a fan of playing villains. I love that freedom you get. That freedom that you get to play a villain, and no matter what you do, you know it's okay. Because no one will take it personally. And they'll enjoy it, and you feel. I personally feel so flexible.
A bit more freedom.
Yeah, and and you can put so much sinisterness in it. You put like sinister comedy within it, you know, and it can really open you up as you're. This is what I love also about acting, and I'm sure you actors agree out there as well, that us actors deep down, we love that freedom of to be so expressive in ways where we can get away with it and not have to worry about it.
Get away with it.
Yeah, just, you know, you can be sinister, you can be any kind of
Malicious,
character,
yeah.
malicious character, you know. And I just love that feeling. And it's kind of, with actors, we've always felt inside this relational thing that they always say that, which I kind of agree with in a way, that actors, deep down, they feel broken inside.
Right.
Now, the reason I say that is because it's internal feelings they can't release to the right world.
Right.
You know, so we have to express it through creativity. And I really love that. And it can be so flexible, and it can take your imagination places where you can have these emotions coming out that you can't naturally express to people in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's just
It's
just
a
doesn't feel
release.
unnatural. You know?
I feel like it's a release.
A complete release.
Yeah.
And so I say to any actors out there, if you have that feeling, let it out. Because if you retain it, you will you'll anchor yourself down. You really will. But this is the beauty of acting. It gives you that feel to express yourself, to be free, to be versatile, and most of all, you can really enjoy it.
Yeah.
You can really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So to all actors out there, I'll say this: keep going. Don't worry about the finish line. Just keep running for it. That's all I say. Now, this
beast.
is a beast.
So how many years have you been waiting for this?
I've been waiting since. Well, I saw the Peter Cushing. First time I saw Red Dalek was on the Peter Cushing film, Doctor Who films, and I was like, "Wow, that's a cool Dalek." Like, I always thought he was like the second command to the Black Dalek, you know, at the time, and he was. But I've always wanted a Red Dalek,
Nice.
and now I've got one.
Yeah.
Now let's try and do this without.
So this definitely isn't
Harmony.
character options, but it's one you've been waiting for a long time. I've been excited to see it.
My word. Give it.
See him
Mine.
poking out the top,
Mine.
teasing you. Look at that. There's a thing of beauty.
I need
The
a
face,
moment.
the face says it all. The face says it all. So this is from, they must be from the movie then. I believe that's the only
movie.
time that livery has ever been used. Livery.
Now let's compare. Well, I didn't expect it to be this big,
No, I
but
don't.
I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
So as you can see,
there is a bit of a size difference.
there we go.
Giant Dalek.
So this Dalek knows what it's like to be me at times right now.
Yeah.
As you can see, that is humongous.
He's brilliant though.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
You can move the eye stalk, move the head.
Head rotates. All good. All good. Got its wheels.
Excellent.
That I'm really happy with.
That's the
I'm
star of the show, that
really
one, isn't
happy.
it?
This is the one I've been
That's the
waiting
star of the
for.
show.
Like,
Look at that.
that's the sex.
Yeah.
That is the sex.
There's a
It
slight
really is.
difference on the gun design there.
Yeah.
It's one of the giveaways that it's the
You
Peter
can see,
Cushing
well,
film.
you'll be able to see like the laser coming
Yeah.
through, building up, and then for the
Yeah.
impact.
They've got the slightly smaller eye domes
Yeah.
on the side there.
As you can see, they're, yeah. That one's quite more bulbous and stuff.
Bulbous,
but
yeah.
that is amazing.
Lovely.
And it's a good weight as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Oh, yeah. Excellent. Yeah, it's nice. Good purchase.
That's going to have to go in the middle now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
of course, it's the biggest. You'd have to.
Yeah.
So, as a final question then. What is it about Doctor Who that keeps you hooked? What is it about the show that really drags you in and keeps you watching?
We're going deep, are we?
Yeah, let's go deep for the final question.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, mainly it's the Doctor for me, because yes,
Character
you
of
have
the
the
Doctor.
universe and the various characters, companions, various different aliens and enemies
Yeah,
and worlds.
yeah,
But it's me, it's the Doctor,
yeah,
because not just his characteristics and stuff like that, but what gets me about the Doctor is how his mind works.
right.
Because every time he regenerates, you become a new person, so a reincarnation of yourself. And
But you keep hold of some of the memories of your old
you
self.
keep some old thing, and this is what makes me really question how he thrives through, because he's had losses, he's had victories, he's had so many journeys that our mind couldn't keep up with what he can do as a natural human being.
Yeah,
But the idea is that he goes through so much, and he consists of these old memories of a lifetime,
yeah,
and then formulates a new life, which can be inspiring to me, because it's all about evolving yourself, the evolution of becoming who you are through life. And we do this, and from childhood to teenage to early adulthood to so forth, and you keep these memories in your head. And there was a great line Matt Smith said just before he regenerated into Peter Capaldi: "We all change, but long as you remember who you are, as long as you remember who you used to be, you just keep going," and stuff like that. And you can never take that away. So what you have to do is keep these memories of who you are and how you've graduated through life, and
learn from them.
And it formulates more who you are. So that's what I really love about the Doctor, is that the fact that you can go through so much up and down, but you evolve through it.
Yeah.
And that I see as a guideline through life. I mean, I really like it when the Doctor's alone as well.
Yeah.
When he's really alone, because all he has, yes, he talks to the TARDIS, and the TARDIS talks to him in his own ways, but
Her own ways.
And it's the fact that I like him on his own, because he talks to himself.
Yeah.
Just to keep himself going. Now that says to me, we all do that our own way when we're lonely. You have to be your own friend.
Yeah.
You have to be your own friend. You have to learn to love yourself and trust yourself.
Yeah.
And no matter what losses or victories you've had through life, there will be a point in time, temporary, that you will be alone. And you have to contemplate what you are.
Yeah, and be happy with that.
Yeah, you have to be really content with it. And I really like that, because it really... I think it's quite a good inspiration for mental health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
I really do, because,
Well, I mean,
you've got to learn to love your own company.
Yeah, lots of people, of course, recently have been criticising Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor for crying too much and showing too much emotion. But, I mean, I suppose following the same line that you were talking about there, that's essentially another sign of his growth as a character. He can now learn, or certainly this incarnation has learned to let go and release that emotion if needs be. And I think, like you say, that's a really fine example to be setting to people.
It's a build-up.
In this day and age.
It's a build-up. You've got to let it out eventually,
Exactly. We've all been there.
If you, if you fixate those emotions within you, they're just going to destroy you.
Yeah.
You have to release them.
Yeah.
You've got...
Well,
you've got to make it rain to make things grow.
Yeah, and again, flipping that back to Doctor Who again, we see that very example in David Tennant and the Time Lord Victorious storyline.
Yeah.
Which starts, with the waters of Mars and went through multiple types of media, through book, through video games, through stories on the internet, and we see that the Doctor loses it, essentially. He loses focus on who he is and what he's doing and what his purpose is, and he forgets what's happened before and loses the plot. And of course, if you follow the stories, he almost wipes out the universe. So
Like you do.
yeah. But ironically, again, he's stopped by himself. 8 and 9 come along and
reassure.
Yeah,
which
talk him out
which
of
is
it.
in depth when you think
Yeah.
about it. Is like you kind of have to, hypothetically, you have to think about when you're losing yourself in life or feeling like you're losing yourself in life. Resort back to your childhood.
Well, yeah, exactly, because both of them are younger than him.
Yeah.
But they're also going through very tough times. Obviously, 9 is just out of the Time War. 8 is in the Time War. So it's funny that it comes from them that they have to stop him, because they're going through it and they see the mistakes already. They're right in front of them.
And also when they meet
more
each
fresh.
other. Well, yeah, more
Yeah.
fresh. And when they meet each other as well, I love how they argue. Because that relates
It's a common
once again,
theme, of course,
yeah,
in Doctor Who.
It relates to when you were, you can argue with yourself at times.
Yeah, of course.
To find out who you are.
Yeah.
And
it's because nothing's ever simple.
no, nothing is ever simple.
There's always an argument.
And if anything was simple, you don't discover enough.
No.
Personally, I don't think. You have to have these waves through life, mad as it sounds, but you have to have these waves through life to know, to find your balance. And so many people in this day and age in life are trying to find the balance too early. And you can't do that. You have to go through the scales to find who you are. And when a doctor does that, he to find himself when the doctors meet each other, he kind of learns from himself again.
Yeah.
And
all the time.
I really like that. So like if you're feeling down, for example, or you're forgetting who you are personally, you look through a photo album. It reminds you of who you are.
Yeah.
And you've
Brings
got to
back
take
memories.
the pros and cons out of that to continue flying in life, I say.
Yeah.
You really do. You really do. And it's just inspirational. It's not just because of the universe. It's all about his mentality.
Yeah.
That really captures me. How he deals with so much and yet still remains humble.
Yeah.
Now that is a lesson in life.
Yeah.
That really is a lesson in life.
Yeah.
Because you should never let your past take over you.
No.
You really shouldn't.
Well, we can
You
only
really
move forward.
Yes.
In that without a TARDIS of our own, we can only travel forwards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why dwell on the past?
Never. Look to the future, people, because that's where the beauty lies, I say.
Absolutely.
It really does. It really
And there we
does.
have it. Oh, it's come to an end.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Steve, thank you
As
for this
always.
opportunity, mate.
Thank
I
you.
love you dearly.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I know we'll be back in touch again soon. There's a Belper science fiction event coming up.
There is.
Which is very exciting.
We're going to go. We're going.
Yeah. A few special guests, few outfits on display. There's things to win. I'm very excited for that.
Thank you.
And hopefully I'll spread a bit more news about that soon.
Can I just say one more thing?
By all means.
Can I just say once again, thank you for this opportunity and to talk about in depth about Doctor Who. And we have seen Doctor Who. We've grew up, well, even though it's gone before our time, and we're in our 40s now, we grew up through the 80s through it, and sneak peek through the 90s,
Yeah.
then it turned up in 2005 and so forth. Here we are. But what I will say is, it's like the idea for Doctor Who, and you fans out there, Doctor Who fans, is like, keep going. Please keep going. Keep Doctor Who strong.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, I was gutted when it ended in the 80s.
Well, yeah.
I really
only vaguely
was.
remember it, and I was disappointed.
Yeah, it was really disappointing. But I will also say this. Steve, you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank
for
you.
Rex Cavella. You really are. And please keep watching and keep voting him, because he's doing an amazing job. And it's great to have a Doctor Who brother.
Thank you very much.
Love you, man.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
And we'll catch you again next time. Thanks very much.
Allons-y.
Bye.
And there we have it. That's the end of another week, I'm afraid. Thank you very much to Deano for coming in. We may well see Deano again. It's always a pleasure to see him, as I say. Next week, of course, we will be getting into issue number 7 of the Dalek build. I won't leave you hanging too long with that. Maybe I'll do 8 as well. We'll see what sort of time scale we're on, and we'll see how big the section of build is. Do enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Thanks again for all your support. Check out the Instagram for a few more regular updates with any luck. And of course, I will see you all next week. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Now, is it just me, or does it smell of mechanical dog around here?
Mm.